taking another look at my favorite strategy, pressing a little bit different this time, and does Randy go on a God roll? Let's find out. What is up, everybody? Chris with SDJ here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the strategy that I just did, right? The way I've been playing a lot recently, which is a 110 inside, 2 hits, regress down. But there was some questions about what does it look like with a a 1 unit bet press instead of the full press. And then also, how do I play it when I am the shooter? All right. So we're going to do all that today. But first, if you haven't already, go check out the Full of Chips podcast from me and Craig. All right. We're having a lot of fun with it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. A lot of positive feedback. So go check it out. The links are down below. Anyway, how do I play this on myself when I'm the shooter? I'll shoot first. All right. We'll see. I'll do some Randy in there as well. But basically, the way I'm doing it when I'm the shooter is quarter on the line, right? $5 crap check, 555 on the ATS. Now, people are going to say, well, why are you playing the ATS? Because I can. All right. That's why. Because I can. Anyway, let's grab some dice here. I'm going to be the shooter for the first one. And let's see if we can get out of it. Again, we need 2 hits. And we're going to let her fly. And there's a 5-2 on the come out. All right. Which is fine. Basically, what that's going to do is net me a nickel. All right. So the reason it's going to net me a nickel is because they paid a quarter there. I'm going to lose the line, or I'm going to lose the ATS. I'm going to lose this crap check. So that's $20. I'm going to net a nickel out of it. This nickel presses my craps. All right. Or you could turn it into like a $10 world bet if you want. I do that sometimes, but let's just keep this rocking the way it is. Hopefully we can throw a craps number. We'd love that. And we got a 3-2-5. All right, that's going to be our point. We're going to lose the crap check, which is fine. Right? It's some people like to say it's an insurance thing. I don't view it as an insurance. I view it as a potential way to make some money. Because if you can hit a couple of those, could be real, real nice. All right, anyway, we're going to go effectively 110 inside. All right, not including the point. Because we have that down here in the line. Going to put 30 in odds to make my odds even. And here we go. 2 hits, DGen. That's all we need, right? Sounds easy. Can we get them? And there's a 5-4-9 center fielder, 5 and a 4. All right, so that's going to pay us 35, right? And if you remember, for me, I'm pressing it, trying to get another hit on the same number. You could always rack that and use that to your, bankroll for later. We need 2 hits to cover the 66 inside, though. But again, I like to press it, maybe a little bit aggressive, but that's how I like to do it. And we got a 4-1-5 frontline winner on that 5. All right, so you will mark that up. We'll turn this puck off, right? And that's going to pay me quarter flat, right? And 45 in the back, which is going to be 50 for the nickel on top. Okay. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to rack this all up, right? We can pull this down now. Typically, the dealer would prefer you to do it later, but I'm going to do it now because I can. And we'll drop out. So we're going to need 36 and 15 is 51. So that's what I'm going to drop out because our odds are going to go back behind. We'll set this up and we are on the come out. Right. 4 change back to me. This goes to the dealer. Okay. And we are good. We need our crap check just to have that there. And here we go. You're going to try to press up these bets. We got a 5-4-9. Okay. So I'm just going to swap the 5 and the 9, right? Because that's our new point. And easy swapperoo there. And we'll go again 30 in the back. I like to take at least single odds if I do have a pass line bet, sometimes more, but at least single odds to start. All right. And there's a midnight, all the dots and all the spots. Where was that on the last roll? That would have been nice, right? We like that. But it does mark a number off the ATS. Ace deuce. We're getting horny, which is slightly concerning. The ace deuce doesn't concern me with the set, but this is another thing, right? When we talk about knowing when to aggress and stuff, I'm out of the hand, so I don't really care at the minute. But if I start seeing these horns and I'm pressed up, this is when I would start to regress or at least consider regressing. There's another one, 6-5 yo. These are not so these are good rolls and they're bad rolls, right? They're good because they're marking numbers off the ATS, but they're not getting me paid anywhere else. And I don't look for the ATS to get me paid. It's a bonus. If it's hits, it's nice. Otherwise, I want the box numbers to pay me. There's a 639 though. We'll take that. All right, so that's a frontline winner on the 9. Okay. I already entered that in. Turn this off, right? Again, same payout, right? 25 flat, 50 in the back for the nickel on top. Okay. We'll rack this up. Again, nickel out for the crap check. Coming out, looking for a new point. And we got a 3-1-4. That's our new point. All right, we got that entered. We're going to turn the puck on. Now, here's your consideration to make. All right. The 9, I've already hit it a couple times. So instead of going to 15 on the 9, I'm going to go to a quarter on the 9 because I already hit it and it paid me down here, right? And I'm going to go a quarter behind the line. The reason I do that is I usually replace my box numbers with the amount that it should or could be, right? So like I already hit this at the $15 level. So if I'm half pressing, we go to a quarter. Technically, I can put it for 20, but I'm just going to go right to a quarter on this one. And there's a 4-2-6. Okay. 2-4. All right. So that's going to pay us 21, right? If it's me, I'm probably going to 30. But if you want to bump it up 1 unit, right? Or some people were talking about pressing the sister as well. You can do that. That's at 24 now, 15 back to the rack. All right. Really up to you how you want to play it. There's no proper way, there's no wrong way. It's your prerogative, it's your money. There's a hard 8 square pair. Okay. So that's going to pay me again 21. We'll go to 24. This is some of the instance where, like, if you press other numbers, it works out in your favor. However, I prefer to press the number that's hitting, but that's just me. Also, if you want to grab hard ways, you can certainly do so. That's totally up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't care what you do. All right, here we go. And we got 4-2-6 again. All right, so here's where I like the full press collect, right? Obviously, yes, I already know it hits twice, so it makes sense, but we would be getting paid 35 there instead of 28. Now, yes, we did bring money back to the rack, so it's really up to you how you want to play it. But since we're going up by 1 unit each time, that's going to go to 30 now. Personally, I would take it to at least 42, which is here, right? Because I'd hit it. But we'll take it to 30. We'll go to 42 maybe next time. All right. But again, up to you how you want to press. I'm not going to tell you how you should press your numbers. I'm just telling you how I like to press my numbers. Here's a 639. Okay. So that one's already pressed up again, right? We hit it as the point. So that's going to pay us 35. And for me, a 1 unit press here is to go up 10, not 5, because at 30's, it's not a weird bet, but it's kind of weird to me. So I go right to 35. We'll take a quarter back to the rack. There's a hard 4, 2, 2. All right. So that's going to be a frontline winner on the 4. Okay. 2, 2. So that's going to pay us 25 and 50 in the back. All right. We'll rack all this up. We've still got our line bet out there. Okay. We need our crap check out here. And now we are coming out looking for a new point. Also, now, since I just hit the point of 4, you will see me grab the 4 and 10. Right. I'm just literally walking you through how I would play this on my roll at the casino. And this is, me shooting. So this is my roll. There's a 617, which sucks. Why? Well, we had the ATS close. We're missing a 2 and a 10. All that means is it's time to reset it, and let's hit it again. So again, this is going to net me a nickel, right? We'll take the nickel, press the crap, or you know what? Let's just take it and make it a $10 world bet instead. And here we go. And we got an ace deuce, 3 craps. So that didn't really help me. I should have kept it as a crap bet, but it's okay. It's fine. It's a fine. All right. So this is gonna lose, right? I'm gonna have $2 here. This is why I should have kept it as a crap bet. It's gonna be $2 on that, which is gonna pay me 30. Okay. Which is all fine, well and good. It's just that's gonna get replaced, right? This is gonna go back to a crap check, or you can go nickel world, dollar ace deuce. But I'm gonna just keep it as a crap check there and take the $2 back to the rack. So that's why I say that I like to leave it as a crap check. I do like the world bet, but if I'm looking for horns, man, nice to hit them. 314, back on the 4. All right, so this time I don't have to grab the 4, but I will grab the 10 now. Okay. Already entered that. Here we go. Right. Puck on the 4. Again, we're going to take our odds, and I'm going to grab the 10. I haven't hit it yet, so I'm going to grab it for like the minimum that I'm out there for. Um, you could grab it for more, you grab it for less. If you can grab it for less with your minimum. But I'm going to grab it now. We have all the numbers covered. Ace deuce again. Here's the other thing, right? I don't like to talk about this stuff usually, but we're 19 rolls in. Okay. So we know what is coming eventually, right? So, do what you want, but see if we can maximize some numbers here. And there's the 752. All right, we'll take it. 20 roller. We made some money. We didn't make a ton of money because it wasn't the most quality 20 roller. I'll be honest with you, right? We like 20 rollers. I had good opportunity out there. However, um, I didn't hit a lot of box numbers, to be honest with you. I didn't hit a lot of repeating box numbers. So it is what it is. There's a lot of horns mixed in there, some come out rolls and stuff, right? So like from a quality perspective, I'll still take it, but not the greatest roll. So we're up about 140-ish dollars right now. So not too bad though. We'll take it, right? All right, coming out. Randy's shooting now. I'm done. 527 on the come out. And we're just gonna go 110 inside, look for the 2 hits, regress, and then press from there. Another 761. All right, hard 10. That's our point. Old Bay bushel. Okay, so we'll mark up 10. Again, we're going 110 inside. Okay, here we go. And we got a 314. We're not on it. Right, I look to grab the outsides later, or if they're hitting, I'll grab them. But there's a 426, which is lovely. Okay, 4 and a 2. All right, so it's going to pay us 35 again, right? I press here. You could just rack. If you want to take this nickel and throw on the hard six, you can. I don't really care what you do. But I press here, looking for a repeater on the six. If we can, it's sweet. But we're not going to get it. 639, which is fine. Okay, so that's going to be our two hits, right? That's going to pay us 35. We're going to leave $70 out here, and we'll bring the rest back to the rack because we are out of the hand, right? And we are progressing down, 66 inside. And again, we'll single press up from here. I need four change to myself. There it is. All right. And Bob's your uncle. Here we go. See if we can get some rolls here. 538. Okay. So it's going to pay 21, right? Again, a single press, you take it to 24. You could also go to 30, right? That's what I like to do is go to 30. But we'll take it to 24. Just single press it up. See, I don't like to deal with a lot of these in my rack, to be honest with you. It's not because I'm trying to sound like I don't like ones. I don't mind them at all. I just don't like to be making that kind of work. I prefer cleaner bets, personally speaking. Again, not that it's not a clean bet, but it's just not the cleanest bet it could be. Anyway, I digress. 15 is going to pay 21, right? Go up to 20, rack the rest. Then me, I'm full pressing, or at least going to a quarter. But here we go. And there's a 314. So the four, that's the second one now, right? Just keep a mental note of that. There's a 538, which we have $24 on it already, right? So that's going to pay us 28. I'm going to pay 30 for two out of my rack. Okay. And this bet is going to go to 30. And we'll put the rest in the rack. Here we go. Might only get two shooters worth on this video, but it is what it is. There's aces in both the places. There's another 538. See, again, this is why. But again, I'm saying this after the fact, right? But this is why I like to full press, collect, all that kind of stuff. If it's going to pay 35, right? I'm going to 42 for cleanliness, quarterback to the rack. If you full press collect, like I would, this would be at 60 right now. So, FYI. Again, really up to you how you want to do it. I'm just telling you how I do it, showing you a different way now. Midnight, 325. Okay. That's nice. That's a hit, right? So that's 21. Okay. It's going to go to 20. Rest back to the rack. 325 again. Right. So 20 is going to pay 28. Do again 30 for two. Right. And now this is going to go to a quarter. This comes back to the rack. Here we go. There's a hard six, the double degen. All right. So that is going to pay 21. Right. Again, we'll go to 24. Rack the rest. And again, there's nothing wrong with collecting this way, right? We're building up the rack nicely. If you were full press collecting, you'd be working better. Sure. The thing is, you don't know what roll's coming next, right? So this could be just as smart. This is the small, I believe, right? I'm not playing it. I only showed you that on myself because I usually play it on myself, but that's the small. The screen will light up green right about now. There's a 314. That's the third one. We should be out there, right? We should be. We're not, but we should be. Aces. Let's get some numbers that'll get us paid here, shooter. Right? Some numbers that'll get us paid. Hard six, we'll take it. That'll get us paid. This is also why sometimes grabbing the hard ways is pretty smart, right? It looks smart anyway in this case. Um, 30 for two, right? This bet goes to 30. This comes back to the rack. And I need to start stocking chips up on the side because it's getting too much for the rack. That's a great problem to have. Hard eight. That is lovely, right? 4-4 hard eight. So that's going to pay us 50 for one because we have 42 out there, right? Now, where do you want to go? I'm going to 60 from here. Okay. Bring the rest back to the rack. Again, if you want to pull down and regress, you can do that as well. Up to you. There's another 5, 3, 8. Glorious. Okay. So 60 is going to pay 70. Right. Now, up to you how you want to press. See, this one here, right? You go to 66, you go to 72, you go to a lot of numbers you want. I would go to 90 here. I'll just leave it for the more conservative folks at home. I'll leave it at 60 for right now. I would go to 90 though. My bet would already be a black chip though, with the amount of eights we've hit on this roll with the full press collect. There's a 4-2-6, right? So great roll from Randy here, obviously. Fantastic roll, right? We can never complain about rolls like this. It's going to pay us 35. We're going to drop two and go to 42. Take a quarter back to the rack. There's a hard six. Man, these hard ways are killing it right now. They are killing it. All right, 42 is going to pay 50 for one, right? Again, this is going to 60 now. And if you wanted to regress, right, you have 25, 60, 60, and 20. If you want to pull back down table minimum, nobody's faulting you if you do that, right? Not a single person is going to fault you. There's midnight, 12 craps. Does nothing for us. 5-1-6. All right, so we collected on the 8. Here, I'm going to go to 90. I'll just show it to you, right? I think we'll know what it looks like, but it's going to pay us 60, or sorry, 70. Now it goes to 90. We bring the rest of this back to our rack. There's a 5-4-9. Okay. That is at 20, right? It's going to pay us 28. I'm going to do 30 for two. Okay. And we'll take it to a quarter. All right. We just keep building the rack back here. Love this. We're only going to get through two shooters because I don't want to make this video super long, but I think you've all grabbed the gist of this. There's another 8, 5, and a 3, right? 5, 3, 8. So that is the repeater on the 8 also. But it's going to pay us 70, right? And we'll go to 90. Keep running. Again, if you want to pull these bets down, go for it. There's a yo. I believe that's the full ATS now from good old Randall. Yep. Full ATS. That whole screen's going to light up. So Randy lights the full ATS. This is why sometimes, man, Randy can hit them, right? People think, the good shooters are the only ones who are hitting them. Nope. Seen more Randys hit it than anybody. All right. 90's going to pay 105. Okay. Up to you what you want to do. I'm going to take it to 120. Take 75 back to the rack. You could collect the black chip there and just do it. It's up to you. Aces, 6-2-8. I mean, we'll just keep hammering that 8, right? Your 8 should be high right now. It should be higher than it is, theoretically. It's going to pay 140. Okay. This is where, like, once the one unit works until a certain point where, like, now you're not going to make this 126, right? Your units are going to be in $30 increments, I'd hope, at least. So we'll take it to 150. All right. Um, there was 120 on it. I need to drop 30. Not that much. Okay, it's at 150 now. 426. The six is at 90. He's going to pay 105. Right, we're going to go to 120. Right here's 105. Okay, we'll take the 75 back. Perfect. Boom. Right? We're really building up that rack right now. There's a 538 again. All right. 150 is going to pay 175. Okay. Now, we are 34 rolls in, right? Are you thinking about regressing? You may. I'm going to show it to you. All right. Now, people are going to be like, you're an idiot. You're so stupid for regressing. I'm not. All right. I think I'm smart for doing it, but you can tell me what you want to do. We're going to go down to 110 inside, right? We're going to pull 350, 375, 385 off the table back to our rack. All right. Now, some people are going to say you should be leaving your bets out there. You could, right? I'm not going to stop you. It's up to you. Just showing you what it looks like if you want to pull your bets down. There's a 6-4-10, which is a frontline winner on the 10. So Randy is on a heater right now. Why is the strategy working? Because Randy's on a heater. But you can see how much money you can make when you catch a good run. Right? There's midnight, all the dots and all the spots. Does nothing. There's nothing wrong with regressing, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with it. All right. If people start faulting you for it, you can send them my way. There's nothing wrong with it. All right. 549 is our point. Right. We're back to 110 inside. You could be 160 across. All right. I wouldn't hate that at all. Probably should be, to be honest with you. There's another 8. So here's where my people who are gonna say, you're an idiot. You would have just got paid. Yeah, I know. But I just pulled money off the table. All right. Again, we can go to 42. Again, at this point, since I regress, I'd be going to 60 at least. But what you want? There's a yo, right? And this is a God run right now, right? This is literally all you can ask for and more. There's a 3-1-4. So we would have been out on the 4. I believe that's the 4th 4 for this shooter. There's your 410 flip. Tall hit again. I mean, what a run from Randy right now. What an insane run from Randy. 5-1-6. Okay. Should we be making a ton of money on this roll? Absolutely. Did we make a good amount of money? Yes. Okay. Be happy with your wins, people. This is the roll that you want when you're at the casino, right? Take advantage of it. In a smart way, of course. There's a hard 4. That's the 5th 4. We're still not on it. Am I kicking myself? Sure. Would I be on it? Absolutely. But anyway, 6-4-10. Again, should we be out there? Yes. Are we? No. And there she be, the 6-1. All right. But that's a 44 roller from Randy. All right. So you had 64 total rolls, 2 shooters. I had a 20 and Randy had a 44. Look at us go. Now, are we going to color up nicely? Of course. Why? Because we had great rolls, right? Is this always the case? Absolutely not. But we bought in for $1,000. Let's take a look where we are at. Let's take a look. Right? Here's our buy-in right there. The rest of this rack is all profit. All right. And we weren't on the ATS. If we were on the ATS, there's 500, right? We would have a lot more in the rack because the 555 would have paid out. And there's 400. Here's another 100 for 500. Here's another 100. All right, here's where we're at. Here's our normal buy, our starting bankroll, right? $1,000. 500, 1,000 profit, 1,200, 1,225, 1,245, 1,250, 1,255, 1,258 profit. So we turned $1,000 into $2,258. Obviously, great rolls here. No bonus bets included. If you would have been on the bonus, you can add another almost 2,000 to that. A little bit less than 2,000, but close enough. So Ladies and gentlemen, this is how I've been playing a lot recently. 110 inside, after 2 hits, regress down, and go from there. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed it. Big win because of 2 great rolls today. Thank you, Randy, for showing us how to do this properly just because you wanted to shoot so well today. I love you all. Don't forget to go check out the Full of Chips podcast, and don't forget you all have a little DJ in you, and I will see you all very, very soon. Peace.